Let's see. Why don't we go next to why don't we go to Amugo from Florida?
Hey, David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, it was good talking to you again. I remember we talked during the Georgia runoffs, and
Indeed.
yeah. Um, I guess mine is a question slash a rant. Like, I'm just listening to these Republicans and how they're talking about, oh, we can't impeach the president, a former president. Now we should move on. This unity thing they keep talking. It's honestly driving me crazy because it's like we just saw what the president did. He incited an insurrection. Democrats are saying, hey, let's hold him accountable. And the Republicans are going, well, we need unity. You know, we don't, it's already divided as it is. And it's like, it's blowing my mind how they're trying this man, even though he's not in office and just,
Yeah, it's a
oof,
terrible
I don't know.
argument. I mean, I saw Rand Paul earlier this week say on TV, you can't impeach a president who's no longer in office. That's not
Yeah.
only untrue, but remember, Trump was impeached while he was in office. The impeachment is what happens in the House. What happens in the Senate is the trial and either an acquittal or a conviction. So these are a combination of opportunists and propagandists and people who don't actually even have any interest in sticking to the principles they claim to hold very dear. And my approach is increasingly the Bernie approach. Bernie said over the weekend, listen, anything we can do via budget reconciliation without a single Republican, if we determine we should do it and it's good for the country, we're going to do it. We're not going to find
So,
17 Republicans to convict Donald Trump. Okay, well then they won't, but that'll be them on
mhm,
record, and we're going to go through the trial. I just think they are so disingenuous with when they
mhm,
want unity and when they don't, and when obstruction is
yeah.
acceptable. Just get around them any way that you can.
Yeah, like I feel like with like the left and the Democrats, I feel like our issues are, policy. Like we're trying to say, hey, Democrats push for $15 minimum wage, push for universal health care, push for efforts on climate change. I feel like the right is doing, who's more sycophantic to Trump. Like
Right.
Kyle Kalinske said this bet. I don't know if he reported it or something, but he said that on the day Fox News called the election for Joe Biden, like pretty much the majority of the Fox News viewers just fled Fox News and went to Newsmax, One American News, their safe space,
Yeah,
because they didn't want
it's
to.
not the majority. Fox has seen a downtick, but majority means over
Oh
50%.
well, yeah,
But
yeah,
I
well,
think, the proof is in the following. Look at the
hmm
people that just got themselves elected, most prominently riding on the Trump wave. Madison
yeah,
Cawthorn, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert,
hmm
and those types. What is the big policy that they care about? What are their big policy
there,
positions? It's
there
about
is none.
owning the libs and riding the Trump wave and saying
Yeah.
we're not going to be communist and socialist. It's completely
hmm
vapid.
yeah. One more thing before I let you go. I don't. Do you know who Brian Cohen is by any chance?
Did you say Brian Tyler Cohen?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, so him and Tommy Lahren on the issue is they did a debate before I think it was before or after I think it was after the election.
Hmm.
And the moderator asked, oh, if Democrats control the Senate, what's going to happen? He asked Brian Tyler Cohen this. And Brian Tyler Cohen said, oh, $50 minimum wage, access to healthcare, climate change. Listed a bunch of things. I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. And then he goes to Tommy Lahren and goes, oh, if the Republicans control the Senate, what's going to happen? And she just said, stop socialism. It's like,
Stop social.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
there are
it.
other Republicans who would have other answers, but that is the epitome of what's going on right now politically.
It's just unreal. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate it. I kind of want to get that off my chest. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Amugo. Amugo from Florida. Let's take a quick break. If you're holding to talk to me, please don't hang up because we're going to go right back to the phones momentarily. I want to take a second to tell you about one of our sponsors, S&H Masks. S&H Masks has everything you need when it comes to face masks and other protective gear for COVID-19, and they're giving my audience 20% off. S&H Masks is the company that I've personally been going to for face masks. I love and trust the products they sell, and that's actually why I reached out to them about being a sponsor. I've tried tons of different face masks this year, like many of you, and I still have not found a mask that is more comfortable or easier to breathe in than the washable cotton masks that they sell. It's made of a silky, lightweight cloth that feels great on the skin, has a convenient adjustable strap, They also have disposable cloth masks, which are really comfortable, as well as all of the other gear like face shields, alcohol wipes, no-touch infrared thermometers. And all of their prices are very reasonable. I also love S&H masks because they've donated over 60,000 masks to healthcare institutions. They're an excellent company. Shipping is just $5 and shipping is free on orders over $150. You can get there by going to davidpakman.com/mask. The link is under this video, and you can save 20% on everything in their store when you use the coupon code DAVID.